going on, good people? It's Iceberg. I hope everybody's week is off to a great start. Yeah, it's Tuesday already. I didn't get to come to y'all yesterday, but I don't come to y'all every day typically anyway, so hopefully nobody was expecting anything. Y'all know how I do. I'm living life out here. It's a whole lot of things more important than YouTube in my life. Hopefully the same is true for you all. Gonna be another beautiful day here in North Carolina Zone 7B. Hopefully you got good weather where you are. It's going into the fall season. Things are cooling off as far as the high temperatures. Low temperatures are getting really low. We're gonna have some lows in the 40s, I believe, coming up in the next week or so. So not too long before we're gonna be getting into that frost season. And if you're growing stuff outside, you got to pay attention to that frost date. That frost date may make or break some of your plant growth. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that wherever you are living, wherever you're growing something, because I know all of y'all are growing something by now. I've only been talking about that for over a year, so I know all of y'all are growing at least something. An indoor house plant, something in a garden, something in a container. You're growing something. I know you are. But hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. And if you are a person who is on YouTube regularly, or you saw me on YouTube a lot, maybe in other chats and stuff like that, you maybe don't see me as much now. You know, we've been doing self-evaluations over here. All the stuff I've been talking about is for each individual person to use for themselves to determine whether or not it's something they need to look at in their life, they need to change, whatever the case may be, right? So in the course of self-evaluations, I too do self-evaluations. I don't say this stuff pointing at you all. I'm saying this stuff talking about sometimes things that I am doing, things that I've been reviewing in my own life. And I noticed that I was breaking one of my own rules. One of the rules that I really tend to live by, I was breaking that in terms of being concerned with other people's business, or, not necessarily business, but just other people in general who I don't even really know or care about in that way. Being concerned with their stuff. Now, what do I mean by that? Was I in their business? No, not at all. I didn't care about their business, but I was listening, consuming my time, one of the most valuable things that we have, because they're not making any more time, they ain't giving none of it back. So one of the most valuable commodities we have is time. And I was wasting a lot of it over the last year plus, listening to people talk about other people, all who are not really relevant to any form of mass. There may be 100 people listening. There may be 200 people. There may even be 1,000 people listening. But this is a very big world. And 1,000 people listening to a group of people talk about each other, or talk about other people that none of us really care about, is not a good use of time. So yes, all of that is time wasted. Can't do anything about it now other than stop wasting time going forward, which is what I chose to do, which is why I'm not seen in a lot of places anymore where I was seen, because I don't even waste my time in those places. I got better things to do with my time, and that's what I've been doing. I've been taking in other forms of content, not just YouTube, but there's plenty of things to listen to. If you're into sports right now, it's football season, in the middle of it. Basketball, they're getting ready to head into training camps and stuff. Hockey, they're already in the preseason. Baseball, they're heading into the playoffs. Soccer, it's always going on. And if you're into betting, that's always going on with all these things. And there are podcasts for each and every one of these things, including betting, to listen to. Better ways to consume your time. If you feel better uses of your time, we each individually have the ability to just make a change just like that. You can do a cold turkey. You don't have to have any kind of exit plan or, strategy or anything like that. You can just make the decision and then cold turkey do it, and it's done. You're now listening to other content that you feel is a better use of your time. That simple. But it's up to you to evaluate, is what you're doing, what you're listening to, is it building you? Is it helping you grow? Is it informing you of anything that is of use? Like, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that are actually informing you of stuff, like how-to videos, teaching you how to do something. I watch them all the time. And they teach you how to do stuff. Yes, that is good, useful information. A lot better information than sitting around listening to someone that you don't know whether they're speaking fact or not, talk about someone else that you don't even care about for hours on end, and then going to listen to the response, and then going to listen to somebody's recap of the response and the initial message, and then that turns into a whole cycle of that until they're talking about somebody different. Not a valuable use of time, not helping anybody with anything. It may be helping the bank accounts of a couple people, but it's not good money. They're not doing anything useful with it, obviously, because they're wasting their time, hours at a time, talking about other people. So they're not really building anything. So is that a good and valuable use of your time and money? Is that where you want to donate your money? Is that where you want to spend your time? Again, one of the most valuable commodities we have, time. They don't make any more of it. You can't get any of it back. You don't know how much of it you have left. You can always make more money. You can get more money. You can get another job. You can't get more time. You don't know how many grains you have left in that hourglass of life. So make sure when you're doing a self-evaluation that you check how you are spending your time. Is the way in the places that you are spending your time? Because I know some people, they may say, well, I listen to this while I'm at work, so I'm actually doing something productive while I'm listening. What you put in your brain still has an impact on you. If you're doing some positive work on your computer, but you're filling your brain with a whole bunch of negative, then you're kind of counteracting things. Your subconscious does keep on learning and keep on hearing. So even if you are listening to someone talk about someone else and it's not doing anything to build you, in that time you could be listening to an audiobook or some other form of podcast that actually is informing you of something. Maybe something about your job. You could probably be listening to a course that's about your job and earning some credits toward the certification or something. Those are all things that we have the ability to do, but we each individually choose how we choose to dedicate our time. So, just something to keep in mind, good people. Again, self-evaluations. I know my videos don't get a whole lot of views, and that's okay. I just hope that one person out there gets something out of this. At least one person. If one person is getting something out of it, then I am doing something good and positive in my mission. So if you're that one, let me know. Get in the chat. Get in the comments. Let me know. And until next time, good people, make sure you're taking care of yourselves and each other. Plant yourself a seed. Get yourself a garden growing for you and your family. You can conquer inflation and you can know where your food is coming from. You and your family don't have to be hungry this winter when food shortages get there. You don't have to be worried about what's happening when everybody's going to raid in the grocery stores because of a storm, because you have your food cellar already full. Till next time, good people, y'all make sure y'all have a wonderful day. This is Iceberg. Salute.